Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. You want to say hi?
No.
No? Okay. So this video kind of jumps around. I was looking at the timestamps on the footage that I filmed when I first started this. It was a continuation of another video, but this video starts back in March. Well, it is now October. I finally finished it. But just a couple things happened there. I was waiting on some material to come in. I got tied up doing a bunch of other stuff, sidetracked, work got super busy and chaotic. So just every excuse you can imagine, but I finally finished this video, and it's the video of me finishing the trim work on the house. I finished the siding, the trim work, the exterior lights, and yeah, and actually a product review. Yeah, so we got a pretty neat product sent to us that the company wanted me to try out and review. So spoiler alert, it's pretty awesome. So if you want to check that out, that'll be here later on in the video. So for now, enjoy. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So in the midst of starting to gear up for our busy season, finalizing the paperwork for our loan for our new house, and just kind of trying to get things done around here while helping out with my normal home responsibilities. I still am trying to push through and get things done on the garage. The rest of my siding that I had to order will be in the next day or so. So I figured while I was waiting for that, I would get started on the trim work out front, specifically these little trim pieces for around the lights. Once I get the lights up, I can take the tape off of these light switches, and we can start using those, as well as have a little extra security out front since we're adding that motion sensor light with the camera. Now, if you're wondering why I couldn't get these on, well, I had to make them. Basically what these are, I have a pile of them, I made extras. They're just basically pieces of 1x10 AZAC, that nice composite plastic lumber. Drilled a hole. Well, first I cut them to the size I wanted. These specifically are 8.5 by 10. I like having them a little bit bigger. I think it looks nicer. Plus I wanted the wood grain side out. I thought that was kind of a nice aesthetic look. And then I went ahead and put a 45 angle with a little bit of a reveal. I think that's what that's called. I'm not sure. But regardless, that's what that is. And follow me out here. They fit perfectly right over my boxes, right like that. So we'll get a level on this to make sure those are nice and plumb. Run a couple of those screws in there to hold that tight, put the caps on, peel that plastic off, and maybe even get the lights mounted. That would be sweet. All right, there we go. So these are a nice soft light, but in my opinion, they belong inside. Whenever I'm outside, I really like to see, so that is nice to have those up and functioning. Obviously both of them are on, so my switch works, my wiring's all good, and I can see the lights blinking on the camera up there. So it's trying to hook up to my module, so I need to go ahead and get that linked up to my phone so I can actually finalize that. I'll get some new light bulbs ordered so that we get brighter ones out here, and that's a good feeling. I like those ones. Amazon special. So yeah, gonna go ahead and sign off for right now. We'll be back here shortly doing some trim and some more siding. So I'll see you guys then. All right, so fast forward a couple days, we got 2 more boxes of siding in. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump around back here, and finish up hopefully all of this siding today. Now I'm gonna get these next few pieces on. I need to wrap this box with my furring strips, then I can finish that. I need to wrap these 3 light boxes with my furring strips, and then I can do all the siding over here. So we're gonna get the camera set up and get going, and hopefully knock this out relatively quick because it is Friday. Alright, so this side is almost done. As you can see, I got my trim piece around my light fixture box. Whenever I'm back to doing the trim, I need to run my corner trim as well as my gable trim, and then yeah, this side will be wrapped up. But I'm hoping this doesn't take all that long, and I'm gonna jump over this side and try to get my siding run and get that up real quick. Folks, so just about wrapping up. I have one more piece to go, and that is actually the perfect size for that piece. I just need to put that top one in, and then I'll have room for my furring strip there, I think. Actually, hold on, let me think about that. Regardless, one more row to go. However, I am out of siding out of this box. I really don't want to open up this box, so I called our the local shop that I got this at, Danball Lumber. If you're in the area, check them out. They got great prices on everything. I'm not being paid to say that. But they said they Select Siding charges 20% restock to return unopened siding. So this side popped open a little bit. That's no big deal. They're going to be able to see everything's in perfect shape. However, I would much rather pay 20% restock rather than $400 for one piece of siding. So we moved this one inside so the box stays in good condition. I can run it down tomorrow. However, I need to cut a groove into this piece here so that this piece of siding will interlock with this piece of siding. All right, everybody, there it is. I still have a little bit of trim work to do. Obviously, I have to put the top trim on, my corners, my outside corners as well as my inside. Basically, my inside corners are just going to be 2 of the 1 by 3.5, I'm sorry, pieces of siding trim. that I got from Select, and then I have to do the gable trim, and lastly hook up the lights. Alright guys, so I'm not actually sure where I left off with this video. This was something that I started filming, I think like springtime. Trying to get back to finishing the garage here. Obviously all of the actual siding is up. I just need to go ahead and finish the trim on this side as well as this gable side here. Okay guys, so this is one of my new laser levels made by CIGMAN. I really like it because it is really small and compact. It's very accurate. I've used it a few times just kind of going around my house checking stuff with the intent on using it for this video. It comes with a lot of different accessories. There's a screw on the bottom so it hooks up to a lot of my tripods that I have for my camera, which is over behind my saw. There's a couple different features on it, different mountings, so you can mount it on a wall, you can mount it on a tripod, instruction manual, and then they have this little backer board right there. But we're going to get this set up, and what this is going to do, if you're not really aware of what this does, is when you turn it on, there's this little switch right here. You turn it on and it broadcasts a line. You can set it different ways, so it's broadcasting either out of the top, out of the side, for square, for level, you know, all that different stuff. And as you can see, it's blinking right now. That means it has surpassed the degree of self-leveling, so now it's solid, so it's good and level. But you can see as I move this laser, the line on the wall, it shakes, but obviously that's because I'm moving it. But it doesn't change the distance from the bottom of the siding here. That's that nice self-leveling feature. So basically what I'm going to be using this for right now is I'm going to set it up on this block so I get a line broadcasted up at this peak. And what that's going to do, because I'm a concrete finisher, I'm not a framer, I really, you know, I do a lot of stuff, but I'm not good with angles. So what it's going to do is it's going to help me see that perfect level line for my gable trim piece. I can trace that, run it down to my saw, set my saw, and then cut it. So then that's real nice. I can do that on the other side as well, and it should give me a nice tight fit. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, so I got my laser level set up here, and again, that's made by CIGMAN. You guys can find those on Amazon. They're relatively inexpensive, surprisingly. But this is the tricky part, and probably why I don't think I filmed out front, but let's see. So before, when I would hold my trim piece up, I would have to cut it to an estimated length, and then hold a level up, hold a little level up. I actually need to adjust that. And trace my line, because again, I'm bad with angles, and quick squares and figuring out that angles just kind of get away from me. But now you can see that is stupid cars. That laser level, that green line is being broadcasted all the way up, as long as I'm not blocking it, and giving me a line that should be perfectly plumb. Now the tricky thing is I'm a little bit off, so I'll have to go down and tweak it, but now I can just kind of make a couple marks where that green line is, take it down to my miter saw, line it up, and get a nice clean cut. Alright, so the gable side is all done. I got my returns run up, I got everything cut, everything caulked, and I actually, even while I had my ladder over here, went and threw my downspout guard, and that's been on the list for a long time, but just one of those things where they were sitting there and never really thought of them until just now. So I'm like, yeah, alright, whatever, I'll throw them in. So I'll throw the next one in whenever I'm over there. But for now, this should be the easiest side of them all. Just a short straight run over to my other corner piece. I do have to run a couple small pieces of furring strip, and then just 2 more pieces of trim with what should be a 30-degree angle. Okay guys, so one of the things that I really like about this CIGMAN laser level is that even reading the user manual, Each section, the English section is only 9 pages long, and they are very short, very descriptive, and make it very user-friendly. But basically, you turn it on, and by default, it goes to all 3 lasers get lit up. So you have 1 horizontal and 2 verticals. If you are doing something where it's like, well, this is going to be on for probably a couple hours, I only need that horizontal line. I don't need the verticals. I don't want people getting flashed in the eye with the green laser. Then all you do to turn your verticals off, you just press that 3 times and it will turn off all of the vertical lasers. So if you want your vertical lasers on, then obviously you turn those on, press the horizontal once and it turns that one off. Okay, so maybe we don't need both of them on. So you can just, like I did before, cycle through and figure out which vertical laser you want on. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's really nice. You have a power switch here, and what this does is this will activate your locking on the lasers. So if you hold that, it will, I don't know if you guys saw that with the lights, but basically that little green light's flashing. So all of these lasers are locked. It'll still kind of correct itself, but if you need to tilt that a little bit, you can tilt the laser a little bit to get a slope going. To turn it off, you just press and hold again. That light will stop blinking. Your auto level has been reactivated, and you can see those lasers kind of bounce a little bit more and self-level. If you decide, that's too bright, I don't need it that bright, then instead of pressing and holding this power button, all you do is you just press it and it'll cycle through 3 different levels of brightness. So I thought that was pretty neat that they incorporated that. So thank you, CIGMAN, for trusting me and giving you guys a good review on this. This has been very helpful around here. Made cutting those gable pieces very, very easy. But for now, I am going to jump back outside and try to get this trim finished up so we can move on to another project to get this house wrapped up and ready for sale. Alright guys, so one of the problems with doing something like this where I start filming a video, I get super sidetracked and try to come back to it, in this case literally months later. I checked the timestamps. I started this video in March. It is now October. So I finally got around to actually finishing the siding and then also getting the editing done too. However, just kind of running into an issue with it being a little bit too long. I try to keep my videos around 20 minutes for you guys. I know not everybody wants to sit and watch a 30-40 minute video of me putting siding up. So I don't know if it's better if I post multiple videos, but either way, I think that's the direction I'm going to go. That way I try to keep you guys happy with shorter videos that show progress happening, because I feel like that is one thing that people like to see, is progress getting done or stuff getting blown up. Either way, I like seeing both of those. Also, I didn't want to make a video that was a little bit less desirable to watch because it says it's a 35 or a 40 minute video. Especially since this company CIGMAN is taking a chance on me, sending me a free laser level and asking me to do a review, which I am very happy with, by the way. That thing works fantastic. If you guys are in the market for one, there's a link in the description. Go ahead and check that out, also with the discount code. So feel free to use that up and try to make me look good to those guys. But all jokes aside, no pressure to ever buy anything, whether it's something I'm testing out for somebody or something from our store, which there's also a link for that in the description. But want to thank you guys for tuning back in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out those other links as well for our Etsy shop, as well as the links for that CIGMAN laser level if you're in the market for something like that. It's a great level, price point's nice, check it out. So we'll see you guys next time to put a wrap on the siding video. So have a great day. And as always, thank you very much for the support. We'll see you next time.